people are questioning if they're tanking it. I mean, what do you make of those comments?
In this one instance, I will come to the complete, unadulterated defense of Jon Gruden. I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that's in his character. And I certainly would never say that about our former colleague here at ESPN, who is as passionate as they come. I have a problem with his decisions. If anything, I think it's in reverse. I think his ego allowed him to okay moving beyond Khalil Mack because he was thinking that me being the offensive genius that I am, combined with Derek Carr as my quarterback, can overcome any maladies that might exist on the defensive side of the ball. He was relying upon his brilliance, his passion, his commitment to excellence, et cetera, and he prioritized himself above the players. I don't believe that equates to tanking. I think that equates to the opposite, being a bit too arrogant where you didn't take into account the significance of Khalil Mack being gone. But to say that Jon Gruden would be associated with tanking, there is no way this man leaves the booth of Monday Night Football making the millions that he was making. And oh, by the way, I got news for y'all. Even though it might have taken him a little bit longer to make that money, Jon Gruden would have ended up making that money here because he wasn't going nowhere for years to come because this place wasn't going to let him go.
Not much longer to make it.
This place wasn't going to let him go. I can assure you all that Jon Gruden is back in football. Jon Gruden is back in football because that's where his passion lied and that's where he wanted to be because ESPN had no interest in letting this man go for Monday Night Football.
Max,
Zero.
is he in over his head?
I don't think that you can say that based on what we've seen so far. But I want to borrow a page from Stephen A's book.
Sure.
You're missing it, but that's no surprise.
Whatever.
Look, when Jon Gruden took over the team, he took it over, obviously, because they gave him $10 million, $100 million altogether. That's one reason. Another reason, he thought he had a quarterback. That's why coaches go to different locations. The money, and they think they got a quarterback. They think they can win, a young quarterback. First thing he did when he got there, is say, hey, we could be last in defense without Khalil Mack. We don't need him to be last defense. Remember early on in the contract negotiations? He looked at this team up close and said, nope, too many holes. So what Jon Gruden is doing here, and this is why it's too early to tell, he's not tanking. He's not trying to lose games, but he's ripping the team down and rebuilding it in his own image. He is rebuilding
100%.
his team. So Khalil Mack is gone. He's got first-round picks. We have to see what they turn out to be. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be bad for a while. I thought they'd be bad for a while. But that doesn't mean he's trying to lose games because you can't build the proper culture on a team trying to lose games, especially in the NFL. So I totally take him at his word. Face value, we're not trying to tank. No, they're going to be playing hard. That is as important as anything else in the NFL, instilling that kind of hard-working culture, that kind of trying to win culture, even if you don't have the horses. Then you get the horses as you go with these first-round picks. He's not tanking in that sense, but he's absolutely rebuilding. He is rebuilding this team, and I predict that will include trading Derek Carr.
Well, listen, here's the deal. They're 28th defensively, and they're also 28th against the run. And so when you look at it from that perspective, clearly the defense is suspect. We understand that. But the thing about it is, the reason why I would say to you, he's not tanking by any stretch of the imagination. I totally side with him on that. But what I will say he cannot get a pass on is his arrogance. When you talk about breaking a team down and rebuilding it in your culture, excuse me, you have to look in the mirror. Jon Gruden hadn't coached in a decade. The previous 6 years he coached, he made the playoffs twice and hadn't won a playoff game in those 6 years. So that's 16 years away from football without a postseason win. 6 as a coach, 10 away from the game altogether, not to mention the fact that the 1 year he did win the Super Bowl, everybody recognized he did that with Tony Dungy's team. So when you talk about rebuilding a team in your image, well, what have you really built? That is a question that he has to look in the mirror and ask himself.
You know what I'm really curious of? If they're going to trade Derek Carr, but that's a conversation
They will
for a different
trade
day,
Derek Carr.
because we're hearing rumblings of things
We'll
like that.
see.